Welcome to another night in the NBA. This is your 10-minute recap of the last night of NBA hoops, and this is a night with 10 NBA games, starting as early as 2:30 Eastern Time, a little Black Friday hoops, starting out early in the day, going throughout the day. If you wanted to, you could have watched 4 straight games on national TV, which is, definitely outside the norm. But I want to talk about what I believe is the main topic of the night, which is the Knicks pulling off a ridiculous comeback victory against the Heat, a game where the Knicks were down 21 points with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, that they storm all the way back to win 100-98, a victory over a Heat team that has been really good over the past few games. They started the season 1-4. Heading into this game, they were 9-1 since that span. So a really impressive Miami team over the past few weeks. But the Knicks don't care. The Knicks say, hey, we're back too. They kind of struggled to start the year a little bit as well, but that doesn't matter because the Knicks are here, the Knicks are back, and they do a really impressive job in this game. They hold the Heat to only 11 points in the fourth quarter, and Jimmy Butler makes zero field goals in the entire fourth quarter. Just a defensive masterclass in this game for New York. But let's talk about the individual performers, because Jalen Brunson looks like arguably the best point guard in the Eastern Conference. In this game, 24 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 of 16 shooting. Really efficient night for Jalen Brunson, who was special in this game. Was asked in the postgame what motivated him and the team to make this comeback. He said when they were down 21, a fan said to him, "This is embarrassing," and that motivated him to bring them all the way back in MSG to win this game. And Jalen Brunson was really good, and the team was great as a whole. I mean, yes, Brunson, king of New York now, best Knick since Melo. I think that's fair to say. Is one of the better Knicks of the 21st century. Might be a top 3 Knick in terms of top level that he can get to. But Brunson is phenomenal. Great for them in the victory. And Barrett continues kind of a statement season, a push towards all-star this season, because he has been so good, so efficient shooting. Wasn't as great from 3 this game, but overall still an impressive outing from Barrett. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 50% shooting for RJ, and was the only starter that was a positive plus-minus with a +9. Every other starter was -6 or worse, but when RJ was on the floor, the Knicks were the better team, and he's been huge for them because not only has he been more efficient offensively, looked like a more complete offensive player, but this dude is clamps defensively. If you don't know this about RJ's game, he is locked down. He's a very good perimeter defender and did spend some time on Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter. But shouting out, what I would say is probably the best 6-man in the league, arguably could have won 6-man of the year last year, Immanuel Quickley. 20 points in this game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and was a +22 in a game that the Knicks win by 2 points and were down by as much as 21. Quickley being a +22 is kind of absurd. Like, it's hard for him to be that good, and the thing that you can take from that is he was a big part in them making this comeback and getting the victory in this game. 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, relatively efficient as well. Quickley as a bucket, also brings it defensively. He was great in this game. I think he should be one of the front runners early on for 6-man of the year. I think he was great in this game. Josh Hart as well, positive presence off the bench, a +5, 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 8 rebounds, and just continues to be a very good, solid defensive presence, a calming presence, and someone that Knicks fans love. Josh Hart is a fan favorite, and it should stay that way because he's just a positive impact. Julius Randle as well, who Knicks fans might be kind of disgruntled with at this point. They may not love Julius Randle, but he was fine in this game. He did a little bit of everything, contributed in different ways. Not super efficient at 5 of 12, about 40% from the field, but 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. It feels like the playmaking from Randle has taken even another jump, but he's always been a relatively good playmaker in terms of power forwards anyway, at making plays for others and getting assists. And I think he's done a really good job of that this year. Leads the team in assists this game with 7. No one else had more than 4, but Josh Hart had 4. Brunson had 3, and then no one else even had 3. So a lot of the playmaking in this game went to Julius Randle, and he did a good job of it. -8, only the it was the third best among starters. It was fine. I wouldn't say Julius Randle was a negative presence on this game at all. Played the most minutes for the Knicks, and the Knicks have a very impressive victory. They moved to 9-6 on the year, and I think they look like a playoff team once again. It's really impressive what they've done, and coming back from 21 down with just about 15 minutes to go in the game is actually ridiculous. It's extremely impressive. It feels nearly impossible, which is probably in the title of this video, but they did a great job in this game. Hold Miami to 27% from 3. Conversely, in Miami's big win the other night, they shot 57% from 3. So a near 30-point difference from their win over the Cavs to this loss to the Knicks speaks volumes to this Knicks defense, to RJ, to Quickley, to Hart, and all these guys. And I was really impressed with this Knicks victory. Was very, very difficult to get this one done, but the Knicks win it regardless, show a lot of heart, and this is a statement victory for the Knicks. Shouting out the guys that performed well for Miami. Bam Adebayo with 21 points and 12 rebounds. 15 for Josh Richardson, who did get the start tonight, and then 15 for Jaquez off the bench, although not being super efficient. But that'll do it for this game. So now let's shoot around the NBA, look at different outcomes from this night, different performers who played well, who didn't, and get an idea of what happened on this night of NBA basketball. So in other action from around the NBA, we have 9 other games on the schedule tonight, and unlike sometimes, all the games are done now. We're recording late. It is 1:15 a.m. when I'm recording this right now. So we have every game done. We can talk about every game and just get into the action. Let's start with the 2:30 start game, the early game of the day, which was Magic versus Celtics, a game between the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference heading into the day, and it is the number 2 seed that takes the victory. The Orlando Magic win this game 113-96, continuing to prove they are the best defense in the league. They hold the Celtics' potent offense to under 100 points, 23-7 from Paolo Banchero. Mo Wagner also pretty good in this game. No Drew Holiday for the Celtics, but does he really make a 17-point difference? Who knows? But the Magic have looked really good this season, and they are legit. The Suns beat the Grizzlies 110-89. No Kevin Durant or Bradley Beal in this game, but that's okay because they have Devin Booker, who went off 40 points, 4 steals for Devin Booker. The Grizzlies get decent performances from Derrick Rose and Santi Aldama, but I'd say both Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. were underwhelming, and the Grizzlies fall to 3-12. The Suns pick up their 6th straight win and head to 10-6 on the season. The Raptors beat the Bulls 121-108. The Raptors are now back to 500 at 8-8 on the season. 26 points and 6 rebounds from OG Anunoby in a balanced affair for Toronto. The Bulls get 36 points from Zach LaVine, but it doesn't matter because this game wasn't that close. They fall to 5-12 on the year, and as I've been saying for weeks now, it's time for Chicago to blow it up. I think that's pretty clear. The Pacers beat the Pistons 136-113 in a game that was relatively close until a pull away in the 4th quarter. But the Pacers, they put up a ton of points as they are still the number 1 offense in the league so far. 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks from Miles Turner, who was really impressive. 31 points from Cade Cunningham, who has been good early on this season, but the team hasn't. This is the 13th straight loss for the Pistons, and we're starting to get in dangerous territory for how long this losing streak could go. The Rockets beat the Nuggets 105-86. I believe this is the Nuggets' 4th loss in 6 games. It might even be 4th in 5. Not a good look for Denver. They haven't been even close to the same without Jamal Murray. It just feels like Jokic doesn't have nearly enough help. I believe I saw that Gordon played nearly 40 minutes and had 2 points. You're not going to win that way, and the Nuggets only put up 86, with Jokic having 38 of them. 38 points, 19 rebounds, and 8 assists for Jokic. He's doing his job. The rest of the team is not. Alperen Şengün continues to look like aka Baby Jokic, and really emerge as an all-star in his own right. 21 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists for Şengün. The Bucks take down the Wizards 131 to 128, and they get 30 plus from 3 different guys. Brook Lopez, the Splash Mountain, with 39 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Dame goes over 30, and so does Giannis. The Wizards actually stay kind of impressively close in this game, but they lose it regardless and fall to 2-13 on the season, which I believe is the worst record in the NBA at this point. Nope, it's the Pistons. I lied. The Pistons are 2-14, so they are up half a game on Detroit. So good for them, I guess. The Kings beat the Timberwolves 124 to 111, get their mojo back after a couple of losses to the Pelicans. 36 points and 12 assists for De'Aaron Fox, who was very good in this game. Anthony Edwards with 35 points and 7 rebounds. The Timberwolves have been super hot. They're still 11-4, so I don't think the T-Wolves are feeling too bad about their performance right now. The Kings are a good team. You're going to lose some, but still an impressive win for Sacramento. The Warriors beat the Spurs 118 to 112. They are getting closer to 500, now 8-9 again, and the Spurs have lost 11 straight. 35 points and 6 assists for Steph Curry in the win. And the Pelicans take down the Clippers 116 to 106. Really impressive performances from both Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. Paul George with 34 points for the Clippers, but the Clippers still don't look great with the new James Harden team there, but the Pelicans have really turned it around after having a short stretch of struggling, but now we're 9-7 on the year. But that's all the games, so now as always, like I always want to do, let's get into the top 5 players of the night according to the Real Sports app. This is the last segment to kind of show off who the best performers on any given night were, and I want to do this on every night just to get a view of who the top performers were, who played well, and who really impressed on this night of NBA action. And let's just get into it with number 1, which is Brook Lopez, the top performer of the day. 39 points, 6 rebounds, and 82% from the field. What a game from Splash Mountain. Nikola Jokic with 38 points, 19 rebounds, and 8 assists at number 2. Fox at number 3 with 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists. Devin Booker comes in at 4 with 40 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 71% shooting. And then Damian Lillard rounding out the top 5 with 31 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds. But that'll do it for this night in the NBA. Another night in the NBA. Thanks for watching. Think about subscribing. I'm on the road to 12,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy the daily recaps, think about sticking around and watching some more of them. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Happy Black Friday of basketball, I guess. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.